on toe. So he's so young that his feathers, he just grew some feathers, and we're kind of hoping that his tail feathers grow back. He lost quite a few of his tail feathers yesterday. We had him on a perch, and then we had the wallaby in a cage next to him. He kept on getting off the perch and climbing up onto the wallaby's cage, and the wallaby would reach up and bite his tail. So he lost some feathers yesterday to the wallaby chewing on his tail. He's a beautiful bird, and these guys will live a long, long time too. They'll live probably around 50 years. Some birds live a lot longer than that. Some birds will live 70 to 100 years. These guys are a little bit smaller, and if you were in Australia, you'd hate these guys. You'd absolutely hate them because they're everywhere. They get into everything. And especially if you were a farmer, they just ruin crops, you know. And you say, well, you know, he's a small bird. How much can he really eat? But you got to understand, he's probably with about 1,000 of his buddies. They can be in just big, huge flocks. So.
Can you teach him to speak?
He does. He's starting now. He's starting to talk. I've heard him when he's been on my shoulder. He kind of, hello. And that's about it right now. But in the wild, he would wind up eating things, all kinds of things. You going to poop on there? Thank you. Put the drop cloth down. And actually, it's good because once he's done that, then we can walk around with him. Because otherwise, if we walked around with him first and we did like this, yeah, we wouldn't want that to happen. He has a very long beak, and he really is a hunter. He winds up eating all kinds of things. He eats things like bugs and like frogs and lizards and mice. As a matter of fact, we feed him mice a lot too. Yeah.
Wow.
You wouldn't think that. He doesn't look like a bird of prey. But he can
You make him talk again?
pretty aggressive. Oh yeah. You guys can do it, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna see if you guys can give him a call. You heard what I did. We're gonna see if you guys can do it. It is loud. Hey, let me tell you something. In the car, it's even louder. And when I'm listening to the radio on my way here, I'm not kidding. You know the things that they have. Those warning things that they have every once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, they played one of those, and all of a sudden in the backseat, ooh, and I got to listen to that for the next 20 minutes. In his tiny little car, so he can be very, very loud. All right, you guys want to try it? Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to see if you can do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, you guys have to make the noise.
You have to make some noise.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, do you recognize that sound? Mistaken for the brown snake, which is a very venomous snake in Australia. But we kind of decided venomous snakes and kids aren't a real good idea. So we don't bring venomous snakes with me. I will tell you this one loves to bite me. I have no idea why. Everything I've read about these snakes says that they make wonderful little pets and all this kind of stuff. This is called a Woma python. And Woma pythons, I got this because it's got a strange, very unique color and pattern to it. And most of the time when you see snakes that done with the snake, huh? When you see snakes that have stripes on them, their stripes go like this. But with this snake, his stripes go up and down. And the reason for this is because of where he lives. He lives in a jungle area, a scrub palm area where there's a lot of little tufts of grass and stuff. And when he wraps around there, he's going to blend right in. What do you call it when something blends in, by the way? Yeah, it's camouflage. So he's a beautiful pattern on him. And he comes from the Okatee area in Florida. You guys want to hold him?
No.
Want to hold him? Let everybody else know. Why don't you go stand up here? From right here. Oh, by the way, really, truly, if there's anything here that you don't want to hold, don't feel like you have to hold it. If there's things, don't. He does the same thing as the other one does. Watch what he does. He smells me, and he can smell something on my hand that he thinks is good to eat. Watch what he'll do. Yeah, he thinks that my thumb is a mouse or something like that. So I'll hold
Just
his
make
tail.
sure that they return him to you because otherwise he's eating my bed.
We always do a head count before we leave.
Thank you.
So.
Yeah, good.
We haven't lost any animals since yesterday. So. All right. So here's what you're going to do. You hold on. If you don't want to hold him, but you'd like to touch him, I can hold him like this and you can touch him. He does. If you don't even want to touch him, you certainly don't have to. But both of you guys do this. Put your hands up like you caught a big fish. All right, there we go. We're gonna put him, start there, we're gonna put it there. We're just gonna let him kind of slither along. Now, let him slither through your hands. He'd much prefer to just kind of slither through your hands. There you go. And he's called a corn snake. Why would you suppose they would call him a corn snake? They do. They love cornfields. It really is. It truly is. And, you know, usually I'll use like a hand sanitizer or something, but I grab these guys out of the car and then picked him up, so. The only time that's been a problem that happened to me one time when I had our big, huge python, and that thing's about 12 feet long, and when that one bit me, it really hurt. And it was the same thing. He didn't strike at me. Like gloves or something like that? Yeah, well, I probably should. I have a pair in the thing, but I don't usually wear them. Here he comes. Here he comes.
So good. Smell like lunch.
He's coming your way. Really is a pretty snake, and a regular corn snake that you would find in the wild would probably not have this intensity of color. Okatee corns are from a certain place in Florida where they, for whatever reason, just developed this really, really strong coloration. He feels pretty cool, doesn't he? And this, like I said, is about full grown for him. All right, let's move him along here. Would you like to hold him or? There you go. Okay. All right.
I thought it was Nick.
Oh my God.
And these would be another, obviously, Australian animal.
I figured that out.
Originally, they're from Australia, but these are bred commonly in captivity now. And you try these in Catco. Surprisingly, there's a lot of size, and they can move really quickly. And of course, because they have those claws, they can climb too. All right, you ready? Here we go. Five.
Mommy's gonna love this picture.
I took a picture with the snake already.
Oh,
so she gets pictures on her phone.
Feel how spiny he is? No, what happened? That blue tongue. Now, what can you guys tell us about color in the wild? What do bright colors mean in the wild? Yeah, they mean.
It looks like a snake. It looks like a snake.
He does, kind of, doesn't he?
You gonna hold him, buddy? You gonna hold him?
Kevin. We have two names, so we really don't have names for these two animals. But the reason that we use Bob and Kevin is because we always have two animals for some reason that don't have names.
Aaron, I could say Stinky. I could say Stinky, and then I could say Stinky.
If you lived in Australia, you might even have these in your garden.
Did you hold him, Becca? Good girl. You're crazy. Crazy girl.
Stinky. Look at his tongue's actually blue, it's like purple.
Yeah, it's kind of, well, no, it's blue.
Not purple. It's purple.
What's purple?
It's tongue. It's a blue tongue snake, but it's purple tongue. No, it's blue.
I just go to CVS.
I just bought a con reader, it's supposed to read 17 different types of
Okay.
cons.
Oh my God!
He's probably hungry pretty right about now, so.
He's been around in the winter with the mice.
I didn't bring any mice. Oh, he's going to the toilet. I'm kidding. He's not.
Can you make a mold?
All right, come this way. Now, the reason.
Just looks like a big blob of
Be on you?
junk.
Yay! We have a winner. That's what the clock is for. Oh, now, you'll be fine.
All of that came from that one.
I gotta tell you a story about toads. Why toads pee? And you know what happens? Usually when you pick up a toad, he'll pee. This whole fruit. They're called. This time I saw one of these. We were in Costa Rica. We had gone down there looking for, red-eyed tree frogs and toucans and stuff. And to find some of these things, you have to go out at night. looks a lot like a monkey, has a tail like a monkey, can hold on like a monkey. Cool thing about it is when he holds on,
You let go of that banana.
it leaves, yeah, but this is why he's got this prehensile tail. He can hold on with his tail, and then he can use both hands to eat his food with. Now, he is quite nocturnal, and if you look at him, what would give it away?
It's black eyes.
He's got huge eyes, doesn't he? Look at how big his eyes are. Monster eyes. You can pet him, but we're gonna let him finish his banana first. He does a couple of things. When he gets done with his banana, he climbs up and he licks the back of my head, and then I get banana all in the back. He likes to do that. Actually, he likes to do that for a couple of reasons, but let's find out a little bit about him. Remember I was saying in the very beginning I don't want to take any animals out of the wild? This is the reason why. When I went to Costa Rica, we were crossing a bridge. Nice. And of course, well, there we go. How about that one? I like that one too. Why do you think you want to smell your hair? That's weird.
Only after we eat?
No, not after. There you go. You can feel how dense the coat is. And the coat is very dense because, not because he needs to stay warm, because he's a rainforest animal, he needs to stay dry. So the dense coat. Fennec wallaby. These are pretty much the largest of the wallabies, but wallabies are small kangaroos. Jump! There we go. And he still would be going into the pouch. Yeah. What happens with these guys is we got him from a place called Sharkarosa Wallaby Ranch in Texas, and they take them out of the pouch when they're quite young, so that they can we can bottle them, feed them, and raise them, and they're nice with people like this. And this is what we want. We want him to be good with people.
How far can he jump?
He can go probably about 8 feet. We have a 6-foot fence for him, and we have to cover it because you go right up and over a 6-foot fence. Yeah. So, and these would again be Australian. Again, fairly nocturnal. And
What are you thinking about the monkey?
nature of these guys isn't so
Flinging the
much
poo?
because they eat stuff that comes out at night.
Oh, get your drink.
They
Aaron,
are
filling.
very nocturnal because it happens to be so hot in Australia during the day that you really kind of want to be active in the cooler temperatures, and that would be at night. Go back onto him here by his tail, and if you guys want to come up one at a time, and pat him one at a time, and pat him, you can. His name is Tucker,
You want to pet him here?
and they are marsupials. The marsupials are mammals with a